Okay, the purpose of this questionnaire is to find out the community's awareness about Waqf property. The method of data collection that we use in this study by using primary sources, which is by using questionnaire. This questionnaire was made by using the Google Form platform to obtain information from each respondent. This questionnaire is divided into several sections to identify each information provided by the respondent. Type of sampling that is being used in this study is probably sampling, which is a simple random sampling method in which respondents were randomly selected through the provision of questionnaire.
First, gender. Based on the catapai, the most respondent is female, which is 66%, and the lowest is male, which is 34% only. Next is age. From the chart above, we can see that the majority of respondent is aged between 22 till 30, which is 50%. Next, the highest education of our respondent is a degree holder, which is 40%, and the lowest is educating in master, which is 2% only. Next, marital status. From the chart above, we can see that 51% of the highest respondent are married and 59% are still single. Next is income level. Based on the catapai above, the highest income level of our respondent is below 2,000, which is 56%, and the lowest are 7% who at RM3,000 to 4,000 income level. Last, state. From the chart above, we can conclude that there are 28% of are the highest response from both states, Selangor and Kelantan, are involved in the questionnaire. And the list of the respondent are from Melaka and Negeri Sembilan, which is 1% respondent.
Okay, hi, my name is NOOR AFRINA binti RUZAIDI. My matrix number is 2019280306, and I will explain and present about the section C, knowledge about the Waqf shop lot. Okay, based on the pie charts, this shows that most of the respondents from our survey at age 21 until 30 respondents are 24, while 31 until 40 respondents are 6, and 41 until 50 respondents is 28. Who know about the Waqf short lot than the respondents who did not know. Based on the pie chart, most of the respondents, 86.3%, familiar with the shop lot of the commercial property at the Jeruk Madu Pak Ali in building SITI Aisyah, Pulau Pinang, while 13.7% did not know about Waqf short lot. We noticed that respondents at age 21 until 30 are highest who familiar about this. Okay, as we can see in pie chart, this shows that 75.5% of the respondents at 21 until 30 respondents are the highest response did not know about Jeruk Pak Ali shops is located in Waqf building, and 31 until 40 respondents is also 10, and also 41 until 50 is 21 respondents. We also noticed that only quarter of the respondents familiar about this. The pie chart shows that 72.5% of the respondents did not know that then the 27.5% respondents who knows that there's any Waqf Shoplot are available in their areas. Based on the pie chart, most of the 69.9% respondents interested to invest in Waqf Shoplot, while only quarter of, which is 30.4% respondents who respond that they did not interest to invest it. Okay, based on the pie chart, almost the entire of pie chart respondents did not aware about any issues that related to Waqf Shoplot. Recently, about 88.2% respondents than the 11.8% who aware about this. We noticed that respondents at age 21 until 30 are the highest response, that is 42 respondents, because they do not care about this issue.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Najwa Roslan from class AP154J. Would like to present about our research about the awareness of Waqf property in Malaysia. So let's look for the section C and management, section C planning and management for the Waqf property. As you can see, the pie chart is about what type of shop lot did the respondent want, and the results show that shop unit has a highest percentage, where about 75.5% of respondents would like to invest in shop unit. Shop unit is a great startup for a new beginner, since there are about 30 people from the young age chose it. You can see the frequency from the young age from this table. For more experience and more budget can be added to the other type of shops, such as the factory or warehouse, if the business need a larger space, such as the production of homemade chili paste or frozen food. By the table that I show, we can conclude that the youngest age wants a shop unit for a small business as a starter. For the next question is what the respondent would consider the location of Waqf Shoplot. Let's see. Based on the pie chart, most of the respondents prefer the location of Waqf Shoplot near witness school or any other educational building. From here, it can be concluded that being near with the student and teachers monitors the kind of customer that come into your store and begin to offer products that will sell quickly. For example, if you want to open a bookstore that frequented by teachers, students and parents, then setting up a small stationery counter could prove to be more profitable. Entrepreneur magazine recommends using a location analysis tool or local realtor to learn more about the people in a particular area. The other location in the pie chart also tend to become a busy place for business. A business location offers a wide variety of potential customers. Cross-section of many different marketing demographics pass by your retail location every day and give you the chance to offer a wider variety of product that you can improve your profit margin. When you are in a business area, you have the option of experimenting with different marketing approaches that can prove to be less expensive but more effective. For the last slide, what the respondent would consider the surrounding of the Waqf Shoplot. Based on the pie chart, half of the respondents prefer the surrounding in a residential community, which is a great opportunity for business. The pros and cons are very subjective and depend entirely on the nature of your enterprise and its operational and physical requirements. But by assessing this in conjunction with the most common benefits and pitfalls of residential business premises, you should get a good idea of whether it is the right choice for you. For the other surrounding, it's a bit more busy than the residential community, but it is worth it if you try. One obvious importance of surrounding in business success is a busy area and the availability of the significant amount of foot traffic. If you want to advertise pricing specials, then one option is to put a sign in the window and grab the attention of people walking by. The large amount of foot traffic in a busy area offers retailers a ready-made customer base that will decide to enter your store out of a curiosity at first, but then eventually become a long-time customers. Lastly, Waqf educational institutions are considered as the platform of a great social importance because Muslims are the agents of community development. The institution do not only provide the opportunity to society in obtaining Islam education through Waqf property, as the institution are often used as a platform that give opportunities for Muslims to do welfare. Actually, Muslims need to be aware that Waqf is a crucial investment to produce ulama who should be the community leaders. This is due to the fact that the graduates are not only excellent in academic, but most of them have become important figures who had contributed in the development of country.
According to histogram, it shows that the most of the respondents was agree that Waqf land can be used as shoplot or commercial building instead of religious places such as mosques. Meanwhile, the histogram also shows that the lowest number of respondents vote is strongly agree. As conclusion, besides Waqf land being used for religious purpose, Waqf land can also contribute good to commercial purpose. According to histogram, it shows that most of the respondents was agree that construction of Waqf Shoplot can create job opportunities for those who need. Meanwhile, the histogram also shows that the lowest number of respondent vote is disagree and strongly disagree. As conclusion, the employment opportunities provided can reduce the number of unemployed in our country. According to histogram, it shows that the most of the respondents was agree that Waqf land can be used as shoplot or commercial building instead of religious places such as mosques. Meanwhile, the histogram also shows that the lowest number of respondents vote is strongly agree. As conclusion, besides Waqf land being used for religious purpose, Waqf land can also contribute good to commercial purpose. According to histogram above, it shows that the most of the respondents was agree that Waqf Shoplot can improve the country economy through the revenue. Meanwhile, the histogram also shows that the lowest number of the respondent vote is disagree. As conclusion, the rental proceeds from the Waqf Shoplot can help the economy through the proceeds of the sale. According to histogram, it shows that most of the respondents was mixed feeling that the Waqf Shoplot can reduce the amount of unclaimed inheritance property. Meanwhile, the histogram also shows that the lowest number of the respondent vote is strongly disagree. As conclusion, disclosure of the estate can be reduced if it is donated for the purpose of Waqf needs to be clarified among the community so that doubts in them can be avoided. According to histogram above, it shows that the most of the respondents was strongly agree that the Waqf can tighten the bond among the society and religion. Meanwhile, the histogram also shows that the lowest number of the respondents is disagree. As conclusion, cooperation in caring for Waqf property can be fostered among them. According to the histogram above, it shows that the most of the respondents was strongly agree that the Waqf property can educate young generation to be more generous. Meanwhile, the histogram also shows that the lowest number of respondent vote is disagree. As conclusion, young generation can be generous by giving some of their property to be endowed.
Based on the histogram above, it shows that most of the respondents strongly disagree that invest in Waqf Shoplot is a waste of money. Meanwhile, the lowest number of respondent vote is strongly agree As conclusion, investing in Waqf Shoplot does not waste our money. In fact, we get continuous benefit and we can help improve the country's economy. There are some Waqf who donate their property to assist the development of the socio-economic status of the Ummah. For instance, Sheikh Juntola had taken the initiative to generate economy by planting vegetables, fruits on the Waqf land donated by him. He himself taught the right agriculture techniques to his students. Industrially and economically, he had invited several industrialists and clockmakers to come to Padang Rengas and open up an industry there. As a result of this effort, Padang Rengas at the end of 1930 hosted almost 30 units of shop that belonged to Malays, consisting of coffee shops, laundrettes, rubber shop, retails, barber shops, and many others. Based on the histogram above, it shows that most of the respondents was agreed that State Islamic Religious Council handled Waqf land for the commercial purpose. Meanwhile, the lowest number of respondents vote is strongly agree and strongly disagree. As conclusion, Majlis Agama Islam Negeri can organize several programs to explain more about Waqf property so that people's thinking can be more developed about the use of the Waqf property. Waqf development at state level has started the move in developing the Waqf project. New efforts apparently done by state in Waqf affairs are known as Waqf share. Waqf unit has been expanded and the main method that has been launched is Waqf share. Cash Waqf collected through Waqf share program will be benefit to purchase property and other projects approved. Although this effort shows there are positive results, the development should be improved to strengthen the Waqf in educational sector and the economy of Muslims. Based on the histogram above, it shows that most of the respondents agree and understand about the benefit of Waqf Shoplot for the future and society. Meanwhile, based on the histogram, shows that the lowest number of respondents voted is disagree. As conclusion, this shows that people more better understand what a Waqf Shoplot is after filling out this survey. Based on the histogram above, it shows that most of the respondents was agree and will be more aware to any development of Waqf Shoplot project in their area. Meanwhile, based on the histogram, shows that the lowest number of respondents voted is strongly disagree. As conclusion, with the knowledge they gain after completing the survey can be used as their guide when dealing with related Waqf property. The spread of Islamic religion is one of the most encouraged methods by Islamic religion to create a caring society to tighten the gap between the rich and the poor, with viewing the sacrifice as a symbol of cooperation among Muslims in order to strengthen the relationship. Okay, and that's all from me. Thank you.
So the conclusion is Waqf practice need to apply to the society more because not many people know what is the function of Waqf property. Most of the Waqf property in Malaysia is being ignored and not being used by other people or its own heirs. The target of this research is to identify the knowledge of other people about Islam's way in linking other races and religion. The practice of Waqf education has evolved from the rise of Islam that needs to be expanded. We hope that an effective model for the management of Waqf education in Malaysia can be proposed or improved in the development of the education system as well as the development of the economy in Malaysia.